Once. I tried meth once and it owned me. It damaged my lungs and kidney and made me a loner. I gave up my girlfriend, my family, my car, and my job. 98% of all meth users become addicts
the first time they try meth. I won't become him because of the choices I make today. No meth, not once. I'll keep my car, my job, my family, and my girlfriend.
Come on. I owe it to me not to try meth. Like us on Facebook. Learn more at iowetome.com.
Meth is a huge problem for us. For one thing, the offenders who are meth users come in very, very addicted. It takes them about a year or a year and a half, really, if they're hardcore users, before they really start to make sense. And then another 6 months or so before they stop blaming everyone else and they realize that they were their own worst enemy. They're the reason they're here. We have inmates who are meth users who come in, as many of our drug offenders do, with enlarged hearts. Plus, meth offenders have a unique problem, and that is their teeth are terrible. I cannot tell you how many come in with rotten, missing, cracked off, broken off teeth. And there's really not any way to save them.
So when you take methamphetamine, your brain has a massive dumping of that dopamine into the system. So you have this huge surge of dopamine into your system, so you feel good. The devastating problem with this is once this chemical, or brain chemical, or natural chemical, has been released into our system, there's no more left. You have this immediate surge, and then it's gone. So these people go from very high, elated feelings to the deepest and darkest place imaginable. Trying it once is the problem, because once you do, it seems to put a chain of events that causes the user to use again and again and again. Usually when we see people die from methamphetamine, it's from the powerful stimulant effect. Their heart rate is racing, they have a stroke, they have a heart attack, they have serious complications from that. And the tragic thing is they may not die, which is tragic enough, but they may end up having such a severe stroke that they can't feed themselves, they can't care for themselves, they end up in a nursing home.
That's the first thing they need to know, is that it ruins their bodies, their minds, and in the long run, just taking that first hit, that first time, has such a terrible impact later on, because it is so addictive that it stops them from doing things that they would want to do later on in life. And so just that very message of don't even try it is important to get out to the children in our community.
Because of meth, I lost just about everything that I owned, plus every dollar that I was bringing in working went towards it. One of the nicknames for methamphetamines is it's a demon, and it is a demon. Once you let it get into you, it will not let go. It is the worst possible choice you could ever make, aside from taking someone's life. And you're practically doing that to yourself if you decide to try it. I mean, you're basically just saying, here, you know, take my life, take my blood.
I think one of the most poignant that I can't seem to get out of my mind stories was told to me by a law enforcement official that went into a home where meth was being used by both parents, and there were two children. One was about 4 or 5, the other was a baby in diapers. And that diaper had been on that child so long that they had to take the baby to the hospital to have it surgically removed. That is such a visual in my mind, I just can't get over that.
Generally, a meth offender is going to be with us about 10 years, 10 calendar years for a drug offense. We have some meth offenders who are doing much longer than that. And I don't think a lot of folks realize that for drugs, you can actually get life. We have people in the Arkansas Department of Correction who are never going home, and all they were drug offenders. Of course, they were bad drug offenders, and they were selling, but they've got a life sentence. And in Arkansas, a life sentence means as long as you're drawing a breath on the planet.
We know that every young adult faces new challenges every day. Making the right decisions are tough, but ultimately, you owe it to yourself to make the best choices, especially when it comes to drugs. You owe it to yourself, your family, and community. You owe it to yourself. Don't even try meth once.